So in this is the next version of your learning where see already you know now what is CBPR, that we are going backdated now. So what is CBPR? Basic payment, cross border payment system. Okay, and not information required. It is body of Society for World Bank Interbank Financial Telecommunication, which is used for code of 11 digit. Okay, that is there. And Swift network is called SwiftNet. And how that Swift network is look like? It okay, it's here. It's coming in the coming slides. So that time I will tell you. So by the way, just think into mind that um, SwiftNet, you have to take a membership of SwiftNet for being to use the Swift network. Okay, and Swift network membership is highly paid for banks. So this membership once you taken, then a Swift secure IP protocol network for which is issued for members, and that can be access and communicate. Okay, so bank for corporate and customer, it's mentioned here. So that secure IP is there. How to identify the Swift network code for each and every bank? So by the way, do you understand this big code, Priya? I repeated right? Yeah, then fine. That's a big code. Big is Swift code only. Okay, so that is mentioned by this one. So rules and guidelines of that, which is given by Swift. Okay, these guidelines are thousands of guidelines. Okay, by the way, and how these guidelines look like? Uh, these guidelines look like here. Okay, like this. If big any if for example number 1b, this is the Swift guidelines. If any BIC is present, then name and postal address is not allowed. Okay. If the word any BIC is present, the name and postal address is not allowed. However, in case of conflicting information, any BIC will be allowed to take procedure. If name is present, it is recommended to use postal address. So this is a Swift guideline. This is a Swift rules. Okay, this is defined by the Swift. This has to be there in your each message. Okay, so that's why these are the Swift rules. And for example, this one is replaced by this one. Okay, there are many rules like this. Okay, for each messages. So that's why it's mentioned here in this PDF. For empty messages system, for example, if 55 is there, means receiver's correspondence is present, then bold 50 and 54 must be present, or error displays as error code E606. This is just the example I'm saying. This kind of rules are there. Okay, and field 20 from empty 103 should be mapped in field 20 2021 field 21. So these are the rules which is guided by Swift. Empty Swift market practice rules PMPG. So this is one of the rules for Swift. These rules are defined by the group called PMPG, Payment Independent of Subject Matter Expert, published by Market. Okay, PMPG group is there, which is Market Practice Group. Full form is Payment Market Practice Group. Those groups define the rules for this one. And now we are going to learn. Oh, Mahima joined today. Hey, Mahima. No worries. Being honest with you, you have not missed anything today because I repeated everything for Ankit. So this is the second session for today, which I started for only Priya. Okay, and this is I'm covering the basic things. If you want to join, please join. Please be there. Otherwise, this is repeated for you third time then. Okay. Okay, fine. So, Priya, we haven't discussed with you. So there are two kinds of payment system is there. I want to say settlement, clearing and settlement. Here, one is netting, and one is that is called netting, and second is RTGS, real-time gross settlement. You asked me this question that day, right? How we can do that? That's we are going to discuss now. First of all, any message has been sent from us from person or debtor through its bank, and that message is Swift messages. then these swift messages are sent to clearing system of the country, Fedwire, CHAPS, PAX, those systems, or can say RBI in India. And inside that, pre-identification is done that how that message should be settled or clearing should be done. So that clearing mechanism is we are going to discuss now. First of all is netting. Okay, when I says netting, in netting, what if throughout the transaction whatever done from bank A to bank B, for example, now don't look at the example which is I show in the screen. Consider that in a simple way you have sent payment of 100 euro from you to Shruti. Okay, 100 euro, and Shruti has to send 150 euros to you. So instead of sending both payment together and and do the transactions, so what Shruti will tell you that instead of you are sending me 100 payment, I am sending you 150. Instead of that, I only sent you 50 payment, the difference. So the 100 amount we have individually settled by ourselves. Okay, so this kind of settlement is called netting, bilateral netting. And don't consider it's only one bank is there. There are hundreds of banks. It is attached to RBI. So so by end of the day, or by the cycle times or the batches timing, this settlement is done between two banks. Okay, between two banks, and this settlement is done by RBI. The messages are used by RBI. Okay, so here in the example, bank A has to send 7 million to bank B, bank B has to send 5 million. So only 2 billion has to send by bank B to bank A. So this is called netting, bilateral clearing, bilateral netting or bilateral clearing. That is clear now, this word netting. This is a clearing system, netting. Tell me. Okay, whatever you understand me, that tell me first. I will explain you. Whatever wrong, I am fine. Whatever thing, no worries. Next time you can stop me there itself. Okay. If you lost somewhere, no worries. We are here only for learning, and that is also um, we are spending time for you only. Okay, for that only. So you can stop me anytime. Okay. One more simple example. HDFC Bank is sending 1,000 rupees. Has no HDFC Bank has to send 1,000 rupees to ICICI Bank. Okay. At the same time, ICICI Bank also has to send 900 rupees to ICICI Bank or HDFC Bank. Did you understand the scenario now? HDFC Bank has to send 1,000 rupees. Okay, but what netting principle says of clearing system, instead of sending both payment at the same time, what can we do? You can do the netting. Means you can calculate the difference of the payment between two payments, and that difference only you can send instead of sending all the payments. Okay, so that is ideally called netting. So what happened throughout the day, if HDFC Bank is sending 100 rupees at 1 p.m., 1,000 rupees at 2 p.m., 3, 4, 5 till end of the day or batch timing, if it has sent total 1 lakh rupees to ICICI Bank, and ICICI Bank by taking 1 rupee, 10 rupee, 15 rupee, 100 rupee, like this, he sent 2 lakh rupees, has to send 2 lakh rupees at the end of the settlement. So what ICICI Bank will say, instead of doing week, I can send you the difference of that payment. So this is the concept called netting. Here only two banks are involved. That's why it is called bilateral clearing. Bilateral clearing netting. Did you understand now? No, 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 no. This is a local currency. Local currency. Yeah. This is happening the only local, either in US, either in India, either in GBP. This is not outside. When it is reached to the clearing, it is a local currency. Okay. One thing keep in mind, which is also my guru told me in one of my organization, always clearing in settlement done by in that country only where the country is originated in their local currency. Okay, that local currency. So this is the bilateral clearing because here two banks are involved. This is the example of multilateral clearing. Payments is a clearing house. Okay, because here this is the same example you can consider. Here in India, this is Bank of Baroda, Bank of Maharashtra, then Overseas Bank, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Bank of Baroda. So many banks are there which is attached to each other by a swift network, and inside that it is a clearing house which is RBI. So RBI will do all the netting throughout the day, and the central bank settlement system is RBI going to settle the fund end of the day. Okay, like this. So this is the same example like earlier, only here there are many banks are involved here, multilateral banking. Okay, are you clear now? Okay. Now this is the now next term of clearing, which all the UPI payments are working with this only, instant value transfer. Okay, ISP here. What it is saying, clearing is a reconciling and netting process. Reconciling and netting process. Clearing is reconciling and netting process. Reconciling means you are calculating the amount and netting the difference of the amount. Settlement is actual mechanism of moving the funds. Okay, here amount has been calculated. What is the amount by the messages? But here actual central bank system is RBI moving the fund, asking a bank move the fund to B bank. Actual movement of fund is called settlement. That is the word is settlement. So settlement is not rocket science. Clearing is important. Settlement is not important from understanding point of view. Clearing is more important because it's actual moving the fund. That's it. Now next word is RTGS, real time gross settlement system. This is used for urgent payments and high value payment system. Urgent means whenever we have a local currency, same currency. So high value system also play in a local currency only, GBP, GBP, INR to INR. Okay. So here is the funda works which we have discussed. If you want to send payment and Shruti want to send payment at the same time, both are we are sending payment to each other, and that payment is not we are doing netting. For example, if you want to send £100 to Shruti, then that will happen. You will send to your bank will send to the CSM, CSM will again send to her bank, and she will receive the notification. At the same time, if Shruti want to send £200, so same time £200 flow will be in the reverse way. So netting will be not done. It will be real time gross settlement. Means real time settlement will be done. No netting is happen. So this is called real time gross settlement, RTGS, the full form RTGS, real time gross settlement. These are the only two methods widely used everywhere, netting and real time gross settlement. Priya, immediately. Yeah, netting will happen in the batches or end of the day. Yeah, within a not 5 minutes as well. Now RTGS work in seconds. Yeah. Hmm. It's yeah, yeah. See, normally what happen now, NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India, has given limit to UPI now, I think 2 lakh rupees. I don't know. 2 lakh for NEFT. Some, I think 50,000 or 1 lakh you can send now. Okay. So every country can define their own regulations of sending this RTGS payment. Okay, in a similar way. So, but high value payments are normally very high limitations. But yeah, it's different country to country. One of the slides we have saw, right, that what is the difference of, I remember we have that chart, and not this one. I close that slide now. Anyway, in that I have mentioned India, what is that 2 lakh rupees minimum, and US has what is the minimum sending fund. Okay, that's thing. So are you clear now here? Real time, real time gross settlement. Okay. They, oh, Um, Real-time gross settlement is a terminology similar. Any world bank can use it. Depend on US is using RTGS same word only, but Europe is not using this word RTGS. Though the phenomena is same, they have their different words. So in Canada, what is exactly being used? Are you aware? Otherwise, I have to Google it. Yeah, yeah, that day you told me CDR, yes. Okay, so they are using the same phenomena, real-time gross settlement, but they called as, but real-time gross settlement is it's a general terminology. Okay, and depend on countries. For example, in US it is called chips as well, CHIPS, chips and RTGS together they called. Okay, so like here also, if in Canada, I'm not sure what the word they use, but yeah, main functionality is netting and RTGS, two things clearing. Okay, and okay, this is the way. Are you clear now? I will just move ahead then about real-time final settlement. This is not widely popular. Okay, um, money is transferred from beneficiary to creditor, and settlement done is at the end. Okay, before it is check the settlement in another system settlement, and it is done at the end, means after doing all the transaction, and this is only done for a high value customer, whether their bank balance is high or maybe that can be checks. For example, IMPS, right? Though your account is having or not amount, IMPS always send 1 lakh rupees and chips. IMP, have you used IMPS? IMPS is very fast system, it can be transferred within a fraction of second like UPI. RTGS will take in batches, okay, but it will take quicker. Settlement is done at the end of, but only the settlement has been done at the end of end the end. That's the difference. Otherwise, it's the same process again. So no, it's one of the RTGS only. Sub type of RTGS. Yes, type of RTGS. IMPS and chips are two mechanism. IMPS widely used in India. Chips is in use in USA. That's why it's mentioned IMPs, but the word is real-time final settlement system. Here, settlement done is at the end. The amount has been transferred quickly using the RBI clearing accounts, but actual movement of the, I mean to say, um, okay, how can I tell you that money is transferred from the beneficiary clearing account, settlement at the end means money is getting transferred quickly, okay, without doing clearing a settlement. That's meaning of this. It will not check whether you are doing having the sufficient amount of that, or whether your the clearing systems are involved in that not. It will transfer quickly at the same time. The mechanism is such a made like, but the clearing and settlement is done at the end, at the after transaction is done. That is the phenomena they are following, and this is not widely used everywhere, by the way, just for your reference, because this is having a risk of whether the customer is having the uh, available balance or not in their system. So that may be a risk point of view. But yeah, in your study, those, yes, for yeah, RTGS we are using for this one. Okay, okay. Don't worry. Do one thing. Just forgot this one. This is never used anywhere. This is my experience says. But for at least you should know, instead of getting confused here, don't look into these things now. Okay. Okay. Now the third one is the messages sending. So all the banks and the clearing systems are bound together using the bank system, and the threads you can see, right? They are bound to each other. Every bank is bound to each other, every other bank bound to RBI bound to clearing house. So this is the thread network. Entire communication from bank to CSM and vice versa message is called Swift. So this is only a nothing but Swift. It's a messaging system. Okay. Now, um, earlier to MX, there were so many messages were in use. So for example, ISO 8583, which is payment debit card transactions. Okay, this is widely used value non-value global standard. And in USA they are having Fedwire, Nacha chips. They are having own messaging system. But now everything is going to replace by MX only, ISO 222. So we have should have same communication method messages. That's why it is involved. Okay, so everything will be yes, 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 yes. Everything is going to be replaced by ISO. It is already done as well. We are in ending moment of that now. Okay, everything has been replaced now. Even I also not aware. I never saw, but this is the mention generally. This was that's why I just put it here. Otherwise, I also don't know what is Edifact. But if you want, I can Google it in front of you only. Edifact. But honestly, BAX is totally different. BAX standard is used in a mainframe system, mainframe batches, BAX in UK. Okay, that is BAX and chaps. Okay. Now combination of message clearing, so messaging is Swift, message processing clearing chips in USA. The example we have saw that as well in and settlement is done by this is particularly for USA is mentioned. Okay, so chaps in UK, Fedwire in USA are the clearing and settlement. Already we have covered in different side that day. Okay, Nostro was to mirroring account that day also we have discussed these things in different slide. Okay, what is mirroring account? I will quickly explain you here. Okay, with okay, I want CSM as well. Okay, just listen here. If bank A here, bank 1 and 2, right? Bank 2 has given payment to CSM. Okay. For example, 7 million. So 7 million is credited to CSM, that messages. Okay. So that 7 million is given to CSM. That record is maintained in bank A. So that is only called mirroring account. Simply. In bank A, whatever given to bank B, CSM, that CSM has maintained that record. This is the concept called mirroring account. Whatever given to CSM, that record of that is maintained in that. This like a shadow. That's called clearing account. Okay, that's it. And now we have already discussed in category one which messages are category two. So we are going to study this as well in some time. Today I will start with MT101 M02 message for you. Okay, this I will start today. To communicate with big code, we already studied this one. We have migration project going on, ISO 15022, ISO 222. ISO is an independent international body Swift. Okay. Then categories message which we are going to study series 1, series 2, MT101, MT10202. Trade message we are not going to study and reporting message. Okay. Maima, can you explain Priya now how MT103 message structure is there? I will just take a pause. You are there or not, Maima? Shruti, I have repeated many times. Go on. UATR, UETR. This is UTR. Block 5. Okay, no worries. Mahima, you are not there today? Okay, anyway. I'm sorry. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Okay, Priya, I will explain you once again now. Okay, so any empty 133 message, like we saw packset message, right, in detail, group header, application header, then credit transfer information inside that. In a similar fashion, empty 103 message also having 5 blocks. Okay, this is the important interview question. This question has been asked to explain you. Yeah, you know that, right? I will do. I'm repeating. You can recollect. Okay, there are total 5 blocks are there. The first box we call application head, basic header block. In the bed header block, a sender or receiver BIC is there. Information is there. It started with F01. What is significance of three words? Leave it. Nobody will discuss with that. But the first block contain your big senders big. It is in the same format. Senders or receiver big. It depend on block 2. Okay, but first block contain sender or receiver big. Big means bank identification code. Clear? Block 1. So always you have to explain like this. Total 5 blocks are there. In first block we have sender or receiver big. In block number 2 it is called application header block. Okay, it is having the first letter I or O. I means it's a inward payment, and O it's a outbound payment. And next three digits are which payments is there. 103 means uh, bank to bank credit transfer was there, or customer to bank credit transfer 103. And depending on the direction of the payment I or O, this will be a second block. It is sender big or receiver big. Can you see it here? Nod. This is a IC, receiver, sender. Whenever O is mentioned, it is a IS. Keep in mind IC. Okay, I will just remove this one O, and I will type I here. Okay, just for just for remember purpose. Whenever um, whenever I is there and IC sender, IC sender. So after 103 is your sender big. Okay, so node is a sender big, which is a block 2, and in block 1 it's a receiver big. So how to identify this quickly? I given one small formula to keep in mind, tongue twister kind of that. IC or IS. I means sender big. IS sender big. S means sender big. So 103 I with sender big. So node triple K triple XS is a sender big block 2, and block 1 is a receiver big. Did you get these two things now? Basic application header and application header block. Priya? Okay. Then you're having block 3. In block 3, um, my bad, it's not there. In block 3, we are having the information about whether this payment is urgent or not. I have one example derived sometime before. It's here. Okay, this is sender or receiver big. Then block 3 is user block with reference 103. In block 3 it is 103. Okay, I was right, it is there. Block 3. Okay, it is having 108, or there are different codes. For example, is urgent payment or not. Then sometime it is mentioned for 119 COV cover payment. Means if you want to send cover payment also, that time also the things are mentioned here. Okay, it's also contained here in block 3, uh, unique transaction reference number, UATR. Okay, this is in your block 3, UATR. This is in a block 3, unique transaction reference number, UATR. So here in block one more, if you want to add it, it is there, UATR, this reference number with field 121. So we can add it here as well, like this, 121. Okay, this is the formula of block 3. Normally what happened, you have to explain all these things, but in third block you have to mention this UATR. And sometimes they discuss about is that how do you identify whether this payment is urgent or not, or is normal. Did you remember I was showing these things in packset message as well, right? Settlement priority code. Did you remember, Priya? So that time I have mapped with MT103 urgent. Okay, that time. So this is the thing. So first one big, second is big, third one is a priority code including UATR. Okay. Now next message is your nothing but your block 4, which is important from the transaction data point of view. So what it should have contained. So to keep it very simple, I have not included data point 1 2 3 4, then text message, data and code. Header example of this one. Okay. So like this, your block 1 is there, block 2 is there, and block 3 is there, and header example. How to know? Okay, example here itself. So MT103, first digit is category of belong to, second digit is 0, means it's electronic or paper. So this is 0, means it's electronic. Third digit is specific function, what exactly is doing, that is third, means 103. It's like that, you have to identify it. And what is the example of this one here, which I said sometime before, senders big or receiver big in first. Can you see the example right hand side, right? Third is yeah, important. Then now can you see the 121 is the UATR, complete UATR. Okay, that's a complete UATR. Now we are looking into the block 4. In block 4, first of all, 23B, whether it is a credit or debit, that thing is mentioned in your 23B, credit or debit. 23B, credit or debit, it's in your 23B. 23B in your credit information, it having 2 3 values. Okay, debit or credit. So for that, it should not happen that this course is started late for you, that I don't explain you these things. So I am purposely opening things MT103 here. Can you see 23B here, number 3, bank operation code? If I open this, there are certain values for bank operation code. Credit, CRTS, spray. Okay, don't worry about the other codes, nobody uses other codes. Only and is text message and SwiftPay, only we are using the credit. Okay, that's a 23B. It's having 4 character maximum. 23B. Okay, the 23E also there, but nobody is using that codes. Yes, 23. Now next one, after 23B we have 32A. Now I have told so many times 32A. Who can tell me? I will take a break of 1 minute. Who will tell me 32A and 33B? Come on, Shruti. No, you explain only half 32A. Explain complete 32A. No, no, no. That I explained you correctly. But 32 is not only settlement amount. What other fields are there? Yeah. So you have to explain here that 32A contain date of settlement, which is, can you see, is 2106, Priya? 2106, that is the, and 10, that is the date. Then EUR is the currency and amount is 102. As per the CVPR guidelines, we are using comma here, not the dots. Okay, that's you have to keep in mind. We are using dots, not the comma. Okay, apart from this, then 33B is actual amount. Okay, can you see the difference between two amounts, Priya, and tell me why the difference is there? Just apply logic. I'm not expecting correct answer for you. Try. No, no, try. Look at the amount correctly. Look at the fields correctly. Apply logic. Yeah, see? Okay, don't go. Yeah, yes, got it. You got it. For time being, don't go into so much detail. Only thing is that settlement amount is €5 less, which is mentioned at the bottom. Can you see? 71F. So 5 euro has been deducted and getting added, okay, to the beneficiary sharing. Okay, and that's why the settlement amount is less, is 102. Okay, simple. Now next one is 33B, which is actual amount, currency and amount. Okay, so next one is 32B. 32A, it is mandatory. Okay, value added currency and interbank amount, currency instructed amount, 33B. Now next one is the ordering customers, means who is your sender, ordering customer, who is sending the payment. Okay, is the ordering customer, and its value is 50K. For example, now who can tell me what is 50K? Hey, what is 50K here? I will tell you. Yes, sender's information. It is name, address, and no. I have replied so many times now, Shruti. You should have answered quickly. Okay, by the way, congratulations, guys. I got Amy's messages. India won the cricket match today, and our session was going on last 2 hours. I never saw the match as well. Anyway, so ordering customer means person who is sending the payment. Okay, dependent on the letter AFK. Depending on the letter AFK, option K has been chosen in case of with format account name and address. Okay, If account is there, his name and address is there, then option K is been used. So when you're actually doing the project, that time you can have this all the values of this AFK, but now if you remember K also, that is fine with name and address. Okay, A may be having only name. Okay, A means only account. I think F means account and address, like something. But don't worry, K is here, account, address, and all this stuff. So 50K is ordering customers, means who is sending the payment. Okay, so that is the name for it, ordering customer who is sending the payment. 50A, number 9, 50A, ordering customer. If I open 50A here, so option, okay, it's mentioned here. So we have studied this also. Okay, for Priya. Now we have studied 50K. What is 50K? Account, name and address. 50A, normally use 50A. Nobody uses 50K normally. 50A means account and identification code. Means account as PAN card identity, or US is giving national ID. That kind of information is put it there. Okay. Then 50F means party identifier, number, name and address. Those things are codes. Are, see, these are the codes which is normally used. Passport number, okay, driver license, employment number, these kinds of codes are there, okay, to determine the address of the person. But for time being, you have to just remember that 50A we are using account and identifier code, and this is also account address, very easy to understand. Okay, this is now ordering customer. This is the pattern of this one. Now this one is the account, and now the next is bank. Then 50F is done, ID code and address. Now 52A, 50F, 50A is the sender. For example, Shruti is sending payment to Priya. So Shruti 50A, and Shruti's bank is HDFC Bank, which is 52A. Okay, here Rabobank is Shruti's bank, HDFC Bank or Rabobank here, and 57A is Priya's receiving bank, means is ICICI Bank here, for example, you see bank. And 59F is Priya's details, like sender details. So Priya's details are identification code and address. Till now you are clear these four words. I have taken something fast, but I will repeat again. Priya, 50A you are clear. Okay, and then 57A and 59A, that we have taken. 52A we have taken, 51A number 10, 51A, 52A. Okay, ordering customer is name only, no numbers. Then the next number is 52A is the big code. Big means your bank code. Okay, in similar fashion, if you look at number 16, 57A, it's a big code of the receiving bank. Okay, and 59A is the beneficiary customer. Got it? Okay, now what I will do, I will introduce two more terms which you already know, which we discussed sometime before only, and then I take the last word, today's last word. Okay, then next one is the okay, we have remittance information. Some more information is there for a customer to identify. So this is in field 70. So remitter information optional, if available, is provided with some text line. Okay, extra information you want to give to the creditor, that why I'm sending this payment, keep it secret, like this, any information can give. Okay, then field 71A, which we have discussed in pack set as well, which is charges, like Ben, Hour and Shah. right? We have discussed these charges, right, Priya? You remember, right? Okay, so you are clear on that charges. So those are the charges. And 71G and 71AF, the sender charge or receiver charges, depend on that, which are the charges. Okay, this. Now I want to take you. So here it mentions, see field number 19. Oh, we did just field number 18. Remittance information. Field number 19. Detail of charges. Field 71F sender charges, 71G receiver charges, and 72 sender to receive information that we have discussed. 77B leave it, that part not required. Okay, so these are the example of sender to receiver and receiver to sender. There are three more important words here. If you know corresponding banking, Priya? Great, great. Great. So you understood that concept. So that is the concept is called 53A, 12 number. Number 12. Can you see number 12 here? So this is sender's correspondence, means this is the Nostro account, which is this is the account, this is the bank which is working on the behalf of sender, having the same currency, having the same settlement currency. And 54A is a receiver bank, okay, receiver correspondence, which is using for Nostro was to same relationship. Okay, so those two banks are working as a correspondence bank, 53A and 54A here. Yeah, for sender. I have. Yes. Give me 1 minute. And,